Back and better than ever. You've got it tuned right here to Inside the Huddle with Lee G. What's going on, folks? Happy Halloween. Billy, it's a milestone for us because, you know, this is our 5th episode, but this is our first holiday episode. And as you can see, I am dressed as Jake from State Farm, here to give you all of your low insurance rates and any type of package and bundles that you may need for your family and auto insurance. Listen to that. Wasn't that just awesome? Didn't I just nail that? Shout out to Bubba and Billy for hooking me up with my State Farm accoutrement. Here for Halloween. You know, after this, at 8 o'clock tonight, we're going to go live with the Hostile Huddle, and we'll be in full costume. So Jake from State Farm will make an appearance on there as well. But you've got it locked in right here on Inside the Huddle. It is Friday, October the 29th. We've got a big weekend up ahead here in the Bluegrass State as far as all sporting activities is concerned. But right now, I just want to, you know, take some time and say Happy Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. It is. I mean, you have your Christmases and your... Happy Huddling! Thank you, Billy! Happy Huddling! Yes.
I thought that's what you said is why.
I did say that. You heard correct.
There you go.
That's exactly what I said. Here at Kentucky Entertainment Studios, we celebrate Huddling. So happy Huddling from all of us here at Inside the Huddle. That just made me feel so joyous inside and warm and gooey. But as I was saying, you know, because everybody loves Christmas and Thanksgiving and 4th of July and Valentine's Day and all that stuff, Halloween has always been my favorite. Look, I've always been wearing a mask. I didn't wait for the pandemic of COVID-19. I've been wearing a mask all my life, you know, bandanas and the Wu-Tang mask back when those came out. Anyway, I'm rambling. We've got a big sports weekend here at Inside the Huddle. Let's get right to it with Kentucky football kicking off. The Wildcats traveling down to Starkville, Mississippi tomorrow, October the 30th, coming off of a bye week to take on the Bulldogs, Mike Leach and Mississippi State. You know, you'll hear plenty of cowbells ringing and a dinging and a jinging. So, Billy, we've got to cheer on our Wildcats. You know, Will Levis, Wandale Robinson, Kavassier Smoke, and those boys. Kentucky has not won in Starkville since 2008. And this being possibly, Billy, quite possibly the best season ever in Kentucky football, you know, one can only assume that this is another milestone, not a milestone, it's just been 2008, but another door to be kicked off the hinges by the Kentucky football Wildcats. And this is part of the easier part of the schedule here. I mean, at the beginning of the season, it did not look so rosy. You had, you know, the Georgia game, which Kentucky lost, and you also had LSU, Florida consecutively. So it didn't look like a hill of roses, you know, at the onset of the season. But now, with the Cats being ranked number 12, sitting at a 6-1 record, Mississippi State in Starkville, that seems a very attainable victory for the Cats. So we'll just see if they can go down there and handle their business. It won't be easy. The SEC is it's a dogfight, pardon the pun. Every week, you know, an SEC team doesn't have to be ranked for them to knock your block off. And that being true for the Wildcats as well, even when Kentucky isn't as formidable as they are this season. There's no easy wins in the SEC. You know, you have teams right now that aren't ranked, i.e. Tennessee and things of that sort, South Carolina. These aren't easy wins. So Kentucky has to stay the course, stay focused, and be sure that they go down there and, like a good neighbor, Kentucky football will just be there, if you know what I mean, Billy. Let's move over to Frankfort. with the Kentucky State Thoroughbreds currently sitting at 4-4, traveling down to Tuskegee, Alabama. As you can see, they do it up down there in Tuskegee. It is an experience under the shed. And K-State, 2-2 in the SIAC, looking to break above 500 against Tuskegee, which is one of Kentucky State's biggest rivalries. I know you may not know much about Kentucky State football, but I'll learn you here. Kentucky State does not, in any sort of imagination, get down with Tuskegee. Kentucky State hates Tuskegee. Tuskegee hates Kentucky State. So this is a rivalry on the grass. Right now, Tuskegee is sitting with an overall record of 3-5 and also at 2-2 in the conference. So this is a tiebreaker of sorts right here for K-State to go to the higher ranks of the Western Division of the SIAC. You've got teams like Albany State, Savannah State, Fort Valley State that are sitting in like 8-1, 8-0, 7-1, things of that. So Kentucky State sitting at 4-4 overall and 2-2 in conference in SIAC play, trying to seize this opportunity to go above 500. So me personally and all of us here at Inside the Huddle say, go Breads, say Breads, who you with, and get that victory right there. Billy, you know, I have an affection in my heart for HBCU football. I really think it needs to have its own ESPN channel here in the future. We've got ESPN 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You, she, all of that, and there's room for all that. I enjoy that, but I think there needs to be a specific channel where you can get your Jackson State, your Southern, your Grambling, Kentucky State, Central State, Tennessee State, Florida A&M. This is a premier college football, people. Jerry Rice, Walter Payton. These people played football at HBCUs. So this is something that I champion and definitely needs to be on a national broadcast stage. And speaking of that opportunity, keeping it right in Frankfort with Kentucky State basketball, they will be traveling 50 miles west to the Yum Center in Louisville, downtown, to take on the Louisville Cardinals tonight in the first exhibition game for both sides for Kentucky State University basketball, coached by a good personal friend of mine, Coach Jamal Jackson. What's up? What's up, Coach? And the Louisville Cardinals, who are looking to rebound amid a lot of controversy these last few years. But Kentucky State basketball, this is big. This opportunity to be seen, you know, when you play against a program such as Louisville, you will be seen on national television. There will be ESPN will be there. So this is a wonderful opportunity for Kentucky State as we move over to practice footage from Louisville here recently. This is a prime opportunity for Kentucky State to seize this opportunity of national exposure and as a learning experience. We know that Division I Louisville Cardinal basketball is championship caliber basketball. We know that. So what better, or who better, should I say, to sharpen your tools to spar against. That's what exhibition basketball is. It's pretty much sparring, proverbially akin to boxing. So who better for Kentucky State to hobnob with than the Louisville Cardinals? And I like this thing that Kentucky State does, Billy. I mean, a year or two ago, Kentucky State was here at Rupp Arena taking on the Kentucky Wildcats. Now they're in the Yum Center tonight to take on the Louisville Cardinals. When you sit amidst two perennial college basketball programs, Lexington, the Kentucky Wildcats, Louisville, the Louisville Cardinals, and right in the middle in Frankfort, the Kentucky State Thoroughbreds, seize that opportunity to what's the word I'm looking for? When you're in a big room with a network. Good Lord, Lee. Couldn't think of the word for nothing. To seize this opportunity to network with two championship caliber programs and see what it takes to be in their facilities to see the modus operandi, if you will. That's what MO stands for. If you didn't know, if you've heard the term, that's my MO. Modus operandi of these two programs. And I salute Kentucky State and Coach Jamal Jackson for actively being involved with these exhibition games of these higher programs. And next week, November 4th, Kentucky State travels to Moorhead, Kentucky to take on the Moorhead State Eagles. Now, we will be covering that right here at Inside the Huddle. So, I mean, you've got a lot of activity this weekend for the Kentucky State Thoroughbreds in football and basketball. So kudos to them, and we will see what the outcome is for both of those matchups. Now, keeping it in tune with basketball, the Kentucky Wildcats basketball team also tips off in exhibition play tonight, taking on the Kentucky Wesleyan Panthers. And Billy, my very close personal friend of the show, Ryan Lemon, has been adorning Kentucky Wesleyan garb every day this week. For the last 5 days this week, he pledged that he would wear Kentucky Wesleyan shirts, and we've seen him. We follow him on Twitter. He follows the Inside the Huddle account on Twitter, and it's been really interesting. But now we finally, as the Kentucky Wildcats welcome Kentucky Wesleyan into Rupp Arena tonight. Tonight we get to see the likes of Ty Washington and see all that he is built with, that he brings to the court. And I'm interested to see also Davian Mintz and Keon Brooks and these guys. You know, this team that Coach Cal is going to put out on the floor this year, I'll just go out on a limb and say it. They have to live up to expectations. The recruitment is there. The coaching is there. We've got Coach Orlando Antigua back in town. We've got, what's the coach's name? It escapes me. Came down from the University of Illinois, but everybody loves him. What's it, Snoochie or Poochie or, I'm sorry, forgive me. But the coaching is in the line. Billy, we've also got a remake going on with Rupp Arena. The Central Bank Center is a whole new facility now. The stars are aligned. It is now time for Kentucky basketball. The 12 to 15 young men who lace them up and put on the uniform. It's time for you to show up this season. You know, like, Coach Cal has done an exceptional job of repetitively getting teams to the Sweet 16, the Elite Eight, the Final Four, even the championship games so far. But I challenge you, gentlemen, to seize greatness. The opportunity is right there in front of you, and you know it's for the taking. Do you agree? Am I correct in my assertion? Speaking of attaining greatness, have you been watching the World Series here, Billy?
I haven't.
Well, that's okay. We've been really busy over here. Billy runs the world. You know what I mean? We give him all the props and love for that. But the Houston Astros and the Atlanta Braves are currently tied 1-1 in the World Series. As we go to the action, you know, former Lexington legend Jose Altuve, there he is right there. You know, leading his Houston Astros after I don't want to say a season full of controversy, but just they had to deal with a lot of chirping from, you know, the news headlines and the road crowd when they would travel and stuff like that. So for Dusty Baker to Jeff Bagwell throwing out the first pitch right there, legendary Houston Astro Jeff Bagwell. For Dusty Baker to get Houston back to the World Series is a commendable job, and they're taking on a storied Southern baseball franchise in the Atlanta Braves, if you will, my good sir. But as me being a Cincinnati Reds fan, I've always had honorable respect for the Atlanta Braves, and this series is tied 1-1 right now, and it could go either way. Tonight is Game 3. And I believe the first pitch is at 8:09. We'll still be live on the Hostile Huddle, but you know I'll have my phone like, gotta check in on Altuve. You know what I'm saying? I can't call this one. It could go either way. My homeboy Walt Williams says the Astros in 6. I say Braves in 5. So that's what I've got on the table right now, and I'm just ready for some good baseball. Someone like me, I watch baseball in April and May and June, and a lot of times people don't sit down and watch the games. I love the games. And so the World Series is always a festive occasion for me and the Carter household. I've got my tortilla chips, got my Corona beer, I got my salsa, I've got my house robe and my clicker, and I'm watching baseball. I'm watching a 3-hour baseball game. That's just me. Maybe that's why I don't have a girlfriend, because no one's gonna stand for that crap. And anyway. Anyway, me being a Lexington Legends fan, and they just won the 2021 Atlantic League Championship, which us here at Inside the Huddle covered. Just like we give all of our respect, love, and support to Jose Altuve personally. Not saying that we're rooting for the Houston Astros, but just for a former Lexington legend, someone that I've covered, interviewed, took pictures with, for him to be an MVP in Major League Baseball, it's just mind-blowing for me. Now, let's get back to my adornment, shall we? Because I just want to give you low insurance rates right here on Inside the Huddle. And me being an employee of State Farm, I just had to come down here and let you guys know that, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. How was that? How about that? Yeah. Folks, you've got it locked right here on Inside the Huddle. Please feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Hostile Space 859, and Hostile 859 on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Be sure to follow Inside the Huddle on Facebook, as well as the Hostile Huddle, our main hub on Facebook, okay? And join us every Monday and Friday at 5 p.m. for Inside the Huddle as we go live and give you reviews, previews, recaps, and a little bit of sports gossip twice a week right here from Kentucky Entertainment Studios. We've got more guests coming up, so stay tuned. Billy, was there anything you wanted to add there, sir?
Yeah, so they can also catch the audio of it on all streaming platforms, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all that good stuff.
So on all streaming platforms, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, whatever you have, you can stream the show. So we're making moves. We've got a radio station also, right?
Yeah.
Speak up, be heard. What about the radio station?
The radio station will be live soon, but
okay.
You'll be able to catch the Inside the Huddle at the same times we go live here.
We will be live at the same time on the radio station. See, here at Inside the Huddle, we striving for perfection, okay? Taking strides and making moves, getting better and better. And as I say, as I begin every show, back and better than ever. So we will see you next time. I am Lee G. Keep it locked right here. And next time.